October 29th, 1948. Donora High School's football field. The game was scheduled for 7 p.m. By 6:30, the field lights were on, but nobody could see them through the fog. Players lined up for kickoff. They couldn't see the sidelines. Fans in the bleachers couldn't see the field. The referee blew the whistle anyway. The game went on. Nobody thought to cancel it. In Donora, Pennsylvania, you played through the smog. That's just what you did. By the time the game ended, 20 people in town were already dying. You're listening to the Unlit Room. Every story in here actually happened. That's the part that should scare you. New stories every day, Monday through Saturday. Today, the town where half the people forgot what clean air tasted like, and the other half never lived long enough to find out. Donora sits in a river valley in southwestern Pennsylvania, hemmed in on both sides by hills. Population in 1948, 14,000. The Donora Works, a massive zinc smelter owned by U.S. Steel, sat right in the middle of town. It ran 24 hours a day. Smoke poured out of those stacks every single day. The air smelled like sulfur and metal. That was normal. You got used to it. You didn't have a choice. Wednesday, October 27th. A weather pattern called a temperature inversion settles over the valley. Cold air traps warm air underneath it. Everything the smelter puts into the sky, sulfur dioxide, fluorine, carbon monoxide, heavy metal dust, just hangs there, can't rise, can't drift away. The valley becomes a bowl, and the bowl starts filling up. By Thursday morning, the fog is thick, yellow-grey. You can taste it, metallic, bitter. People cough more than usual, eyes water, but the smelter keeps running. The town keeps working. The smog will pass. It always does. Donora was a company town. The works employed 5,000 people. That's more than a third of the population. If the plant shut down, the town shut down. You didn't complain about the smoke. You were grateful for the paycheck. Friday, October 29th. The fog is so thick now that drivers can't see past their own hoods. Street lights stay on all day. Visibility drops to near zero. And then the animals start dying. Dogs and cats found dead in yards, no visible injuries, they just couldn't breathe. Dr. William Wrongaus, the town's main physician, starts getting calls. Dozens at first, then hundreds. People wheezing, turning blue, gasping for air. The elderly hit hardest. Then children. He sets up a makeshift triage in his office. Oxygen tanks run out within hours, and the smelter keeps running. Micro cliffhanger 1. Wrongaus calls the plant superintendent, M.M. Neal, begs him to shut it down, just until the inversion lifts. Neal says no. The smog will pass, he says. It always does. Saturday, October 30th. 20 people are dead. Funeral homes in Donora run out of space. Bodies are being stored in basements. 7,000 residents, half the town, are sick. Hospitals in neighboring counties are overwhelmed. The high school football game from the night before. Players couldn't see each other on the field. Fans couldn't see the game, but nobody stopped it. Because in Donora, you didn't shut things down for smog. The factory had been there for decades. The air had always been bad. This was just worse than usual, except it wasn't just worse. It was lethal. And the thing making it lethal was still running. The Donora Works made zinc coating for nails, for wire, for sheet metal. The houses in Donora were built with materials that came from the plant, the same plant that was now filling their lungs with poison. Sunday morning, October 31st. The plant finally shuts down, not because of the deaths, not because of the doctor's pleas, but because the town, what's left of it, threatens a riot. Within hours of the shutdown, the inversion lifts. The wind picks up. The smog begins to clear. 20 people confirmed dead during those 4 days. 50 more in the following month. 7,000 permanently sickened. Respiratory damage, heart damage, neurological effects that would follow them for the rest of their lives. And here's the part that should make you angry. Every clean air regulation in America, every emission standard, every air quality index, the entire Clean Air Act of 1963 traces its origin to this single event. to a town of 14,000 people that most Americans have never heard of. Half a town had to suffocate before anyone thought to write down rules about what you're allowed to put in the air. Clean air isn't natural, it's not a given, it's a regulation, and someone had to die to create it. Donora never recovered. The works closed eventually, the population dwindled. But the law that came out of it, that law is still protecting you right now. Every time you check an air quality index, every time an industrial plant gets cited for emissions, that's Donora's legacy. 20 deaths that changed what we breathe. If this one kept you thinking, good. New stories every day, Monday through Saturday. Subscribe so the next one finds you. Follow the Unlit Room wherever you listen. Tell a friend who's still awake. Full story on the main channel. Follow if you can't look away. That was the Unlit Room. See you in the dark.